Hello everyone, this video will go over modules 10 and 11. With these modules, we are starting the next essay assignment. This will be the last of your formal essay assignments. The last essay in the class will be part of the final. So this essay is really the last one where you will go through the full writing process to show me that you know how to write an essay and that you are able to move on to Comp 1, where you'll be writing obviously a lot more essays. So this one is a cause and effect essay. And so kind of like the process essay only needed to be 3 paragraphs, although some of you wrote more than 3. The cause and effect essay has to be a full 5-paragraph essay. So we're gradually increasing the length of the writing assignments that you're completing. So we went from the paragraph length to the 3 paragraphs to now 5 paragraphs. So the cause and effect essay will take us several modules again. I think we're going through 4 modules for this one. So let me just show you what we're working on right now. So I've got module 10 and 11 open here for you to see. Module 10 is the start of cause and effect. You want to make sure that you do the reading assignments first. Especially this chapter here, which is the cause and effect chapter, talks about how to write in the cause and effect genre. And then some review as well, which we have already covered, especially chapter 4. I keep putting this back in here just as a reminder. This is a good chapter to go back and look at because it goes over the 4 basics of a good essay, and so particularly the thesis statement, which you'll need for the writing plan. You'll notice that some of the assignments look very similar because you're going to be doing a writing plan and a rough draft just like you did for the process essay. So this is the assignment for the cause and effect essay. Again, you are writing a full 5-paragraph essay. That's an introduction paragraph, a conclusion paragraph, and 3 body paragraphs. So what you're going to choose for your topic for this one is a lifestyle choice that you can identify causes and effects for. So students have some variety of things that they've chosen for this one. Sometimes it's starting smoking or quitting smoking. Sometimes it's a diet change. So I've had students write about trying to meet a particular kind of diet. Maybe they turn vegetarian or pescatarian or something like that. They might start regularly exercising. It could also be something like maybe you try to get up early every morning or something. So any choice that you made, so something that you actively changed in your life that made a difference, either positive or negative. Typically students pick a choice that they made where the effects are positive, but that not necessarily doesn't have to be the case. So obviously smoking will probably have more negative effects, and quitting smoking would have more positive effects. So those types of things, you can kind of consider how you want your essay to go with that. So with a 5-paragraph essay, you've got the introduction. You'll have a thesis statement, just like we did for the process essay. The thesis statement for cause and effect will look a little different, but you'll have a thesis in there, and then you'll have your 3 body paragraphs, which cover the causes and or effects. So you could do all causes, you could do all effects, you could do a combination of the 2, as long as you are focusing on the relationship between the causes and effects. That is what we're going for in this essay. First person essay, again, because you are writing from your perspective. This is a lifestyle change that you made, and therefore you can talk about the effects on your life. So this is not applicable to everyone, it's just for you. So the causes and effects that you experience might be different from what other people experience, but that's okay. We're focusing on why you did it, right? So for this module, you're going to be doing another brainstorm and writing plan. The brainstorm is, again, a free write. Some of you are not writing enough for these free writes. You really should have a good long paragraph when you're done. If you set your timer for 10 minutes, 10 minutes of continuous writing will end up with a lot of words. Remember, with a free write, it does not matter what comes out as you're typing. It should be sort of jumbled. It should not be real clear thoughts. And some of you are just writing me a short paragraph about something. I want you to just just, word vomit onto the page. Get all your ideas out, right? Writing plan, again, we have a series of 5 questions that you'll answer. So this is what you're planning on. So once you've chosen your topic, you'll do part 2, and then part 3 will follow from that. For this one, I don't have template sentences, but I do have some example sentences of how you might put together a 1-sentence thesis. So part 3 is just that single sentence. It's worth the same number of points as the process essay. The last thing that you're going to do in this module is your discussion board. So for this, we're doing something a little bit different. We haven't had a lot of collaborative assignments, and we do need that as part of the requirements for the class. And so instead of doing questions, just answering questions for this reading assignment, you will be doing a discussion board. And the reading assignment asks about or talks about whether or not your genes are to blame for some of your habits. And so you'll see how that kind of ties into what we're writing about, not only what we're writing about, but also the cause and effect genre. So you get to see that, and then you'll get to complete that, the discussion post. So if you can't remember from back to when we did a discussion board the first time, you'll hit reply to post your initial post, and then you'll see the little tiny reply underneath, and you'll do response to 2 of your peers to get full points for this assignment. So the next module then is where you're actually writing your rough draft. So we start with a plan. Obviously you want to get feedback. I try to give feedback on these kinds of assignments within the first couple of days of the next week. Sometimes I get a little behind though, but once you have your plan ready, then you can start on your draft. Doing your draft, I have these readings in here. Again, they're all review again, just so that you remember what you should be referring to. And the assignment in here again, so you remember what you should be referring to. And then this is the rough draft assignment. So it looks the same as the process essay. Again, you're not doing this as like a bulleted list or even having headers. I want you to actually write out the rough draft, but this is just, these are the elements that you have to include. So all of these bolded words are what you're going to be graded on. And so if you don't have all of these elements, then you won't get your full credit for it. So again, it's just a rough draft assignment. It's just like the process essay. I'm not grading it based on the writing that you do. I'm grading it based on whether or not you have just included all of these parts of the essay. So most of you got full credit for doing your process rough draft. So same thing here. I'll be going in with the inline comments and the annotation tools to give you feedback, and then you'll be able to create then your final draft from that. And the other thing that you're doing is our next grammar quiz, which is over commas. I think this is the first punctuation grammar quiz. Punctuation, comma, is often a struggle point for students. We've already looked at it in context of fragments and run-on sentences, and so now we're looking at the other ways that commas are used, and so that'll be the next grammar quiz that you'll be doing. And then I think we have one more over just other punctuation, and then that will be done with the new grammar quizzes other than the final. So the cause and effect essay, these 2 modules, module 10 is the brainstorm, module 11 is the rough draft, and then the next module we'll be looking at a self-edit and just finishing up your rough draft and then, or your final draft, and then you'll be submitting that in module 13. So we have a little while that we'll be working on this essay, and so be kind of keeping track of the assignments, making sure that you're getting them in on time. And as always, if you're struggling at all in the class, make sure that you send me an email. Some of you have fallen a little bit behind and are have lost quite a few points because of it. Make sure that you send me an email if you have any questions about your grade. At this point, we are getting closer to the end of the semester, and there's not a whole lot we can do if you don't contact me at all. So hopefully you're doing well.